Alright, it's Johnny. Today we have the GT Lite 1200 lumen tactical combo. The combo comes with the gun mounts for the light. Here's a rail adapter. If you don't have a rail on your gun, this can clamp onto the barrel and give you a rail to affix your light mount. This is just like a scope ring, but this is for the light itself to be mounted. So this will attach onto there if you don't already have a rail on your gun. Two 18650 batteries come with this. The charger with the LED indicator, the pressure switch. You have a touch switch that comes on the light right here. Has three modes: high, low, and strobe. And you could take this off and put the pressure hand switch on. If you mount it on the gun, you could use this. Screws on the bottom in that place, and once you click this, it engages a flashlight, turns it on. It can go through the modes on it. So this would normally be attached to your vertical grip or your stock. So as soon as you grab it, the light comes on. And then we got the light itself. There's your three bulbs. Decently lightweight. It's an aluminum alloy. We'll get into the details of what's on this. Get you in focus. There's the specifications. It's durable aircraft grade aluminum is what it's made out of. Pre-focused aluminum reflector. Tempered glass lens. The kit includes the GLZ 1200. That's what they're calling this light, is the GLZ 1200. The gun mount I showed you. The dual battery AC charger I showed you. The pressure switch. Two rechargeable lithium batteries. Of course, to operate it, if you've had any of these, first click when you turn it on, it's going to be high, it's going to be low, and then it's going to be on a strobe. There's no memory to this. You can't set it to where it automatically comes on high each time or anything like that. It's going to go through those three cycles each time. So if the last one you had it was with high, next time you turn it on, it's going to be low, and then it's going to be strobe, and then back to high again. You can soft press it, or you can go through the full clicks. I'll show you when you unscrew the tail cap. See that rubber gasket in there? That's going to help keep it water resistant. Right there. You can replace that O-ring if it ever wears out or gets frayed. You put too much pressure on it. You see how thick bodied the aircraft aluminum is. Gives you the diagram on how to put the batteries in. So positive to the front of the flashlight, negative to the back. So it'll be the point positive, it'll go in first. The flat's always negative. The part with the dimple is always positive. We'll go in like so. Back in focus. Switch is already on. There we go. See where we're at here. Strobe. High, low, strobe. We will get outside and get some reviews done outside, see just how bright it is in the dark, and just see how well it works. But it's just showing you the texture of the light. It's like a 1 inch diameter base right here where your scope mount or the light mount goes onto. For your information, if you ever have a problem with your mount, this is just a regular scope ring. It's a 1 inch ring, it looks like. So all that can be replaced easily. and you get an Allen wrench to tighten up your mounts whenever you go, if you go to mount this on a gun. There you see your bulbs. And we'll get this out and get it tried out outside, and also mount it on a gun or two and see how it looks. Okay, here's with the pressure switch screwed in, mounted to it. So when you hit the switch, it's going to come on. Hit it again, there's your low. Hit it again, there's your strobe. High, low, strobe. And it's a pressure switch. Whenever it's mounted on your gun, it's either mounted on a vertical grip or mounted on your stock, your front stock. So whenever you grab onto it, it comes on. But we'll get it mounted on a rifle so you can see what it looks like. Okay, here's an example of using the rail mount. It's on a Mini 14. It does not have a rail, so use the rail mount to mount your light ring, scope ring on it. And it ends up being like a tall rail mount by the time you get it fastened on there. It sits off the barrel good. Even with this large head flashlight, you still got plenty of clearance. You're not going to hurt it whenever you're shooting. And then adjust it for whatever gun you have to clear your back cap. And you can mount your pressure switch on. I've seen them taped on. I've seen different ways you can mount it. But whenever you grab onto this stock, it activates the light. That's the whole idea of the pressure switch. And if you had a vertical mount on a gun, an AR or what have you, there's a lot of times there's a slot on the side of the vertical grip. You can put these pressure switches for a laser or for a tactical light. So there's an example on how it's mounted. So okay, I'm going to go through our modes now. This is the first. This is high. I don't know if I can get it clear down there. I'm looking 1, 2, 3, 4 houses down. You can see the people walking out into the street towards the cars. That's 4 houses. Front of the house. See the tree in the back. Here's the tree in the backyard. That's scanning across the back. Pretty bright, you know, and I can't swear to the 1200 lumen. I have no way of testing it, but I like to see how far it reaches down the street and how it is in the trees. Let's just say looking between these 2 houses, you see how bright that is. And that's the next block over, the tree in that backyard. So it really throws out the light. Anyway, that's high. There's low. So still fans out pretty good. Covers the ground well. If you're walking, need to see where you're going. Even the low lights up neighbor's house, and that house on the next street over even lights it up. And there's just make out the tree in the backyard. Get the details in that tree. And that's low. And then of course we got strobe. Pretty bright strobe. Okay. Final opinions, assessments of the GT Lite, the GLZ 1200 tactical combo. I like it. I tried a Commander 500 lumen, I believe that they had. Same modes, high, low, strobe. This one, being that this one's a tactical combo, and it's more directed towards being used on a gun. I won't get as picky when it comes to not having other functions or other options, because I don't really see you needing much more than an on-off if you're going to use it on a gun anyway. But now this can be used just as a regular flashlight, high, low, and strobe. But this combo kit sold really centered around the idea that it's what has the gun mounts, so it can be mounted on a shotgun or a tactical rifle or something like that. So I like it for the price and for the way it's set up for that type of scenario, for that type of application. I think it's a great price. When you move into paying this much for just a flashlight, I would like to see more modes or more options or more things that it's capable of. But being that you got the ring mount and the rail adapter, the charging station, the two 18650 batteries, and all, I like it as a combo. It's a pretty good kit. So I'd say if you're in the market for getting a tactical light for like your gun, to mount on your gun and stuff, it's a great light. It's real sturdy. There's no give in it. It's real tight. There's no zoom, but I can't really say you're going to want a zoom feature if you're going to mount it on a gun anyway. And it's not advertised with zoom, so you're not being misled. But I'd say it's a good buy for that application. So.